As well as recording audio tracks, Reason is able to sample audio directly into modules. And they include the NN19 sampler, the NNXT sampler, the redrum, and the Kong drum designer in its small NN nano modules that can be used as the basis of sound generation for each drum pad. If you spin the rack around by hitting the tab key, you'll see that Reason routes your default audio input to the sampling inputs, and this is then sent to any device automatically which supports sampling. So you don't have to manually set up sampling every time you want to do it. Any device on which you sample will read from your main audio inputs. Now you can change those if you want. Let's say you have your guitar on channel 7. You could link that so that you always sample your guitar, but you have other things coming through on other channels. It's entirely up to you how you want to do that. So if I create, let's say, a very simple sampler, NN19, on some of these modules, you will see a waveform icon, and that is the sampling icon. And if I press that, which I'm about to do, Reason will sample whatever I play through my main audio inputs. They're the ones we just saw a couple of seconds ago. So I'm just going to try speaking a word into this. It won't be the coolest thing you've ever heard, but it will show you how it works. Yeah! Told you it wasn't going to be very cool. Now, what that's done is that has placed the sample into the sampler. And if I play my MIDI keyboard, now I've got a patch loaded already by accident. So what I need to do is initialize that patch and do that again. That's something to watch out for. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Samplers often have a default patch loaded. So what you need to do before you start sampling is initialize that patch, which, as you could see, I did by selecting the device and going Edit, Initialize Patch. Worth remembering. So now my sample is mapped across the keys. Yeah. So that works very much like a conventional sampler. If you play the notes up and down the keyboard, they play at different pitches. You can use them a bit more creatively in a device like a redrum. If I drop a redrum in here, again, that has a patch loaded, so you can, if you want, initialize that patch to clear it out completely, and then you could sample your own sounds in. So let's see how that might work. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get the idea with that. And if I play these back, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can play around with the pitches of these. Of course, they won't pitch up and down themselves like they do on a sampler because they're not mapped across a keyboard. They're loaded into individual slots, but that doesn't mean you can't play with them yourself if you want to.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not sure that's going to make the top of anyone's favorite list of drum patches, but you get the idea how that works. So once you've recorded these samples, you can see that you can play with them in the modules themselves, but it's also possible to get more fundamentally at the samples. And let's have a look next at how that works.